Hi fans of high quality entertainment. So this video is about something that has always annoyed me through the years about, musicians or bands, whoever, singers, that put down their own music, certain songs. They bash the songs. John Lennon is notorious for putting down some of the Beatles songs like Run for Your Life, and I'm going to go through the list. There's some that I never knew about, doing some research for a change. And so here we go. And let me know what you think about, somebody like whoever, Elton John, right? And you're a fan of a certain song, and then you're reading that he dislikes the song. He's kind of putting it down. I don't know. I just wish these, like I said, these musicians wouldn't do that. I'd rather not know. So, Pete Townsend does not like the Who song Pinball Wizard, which is a fine song. It's not one of my favorites, but it fits on Tommy, and it's a short little pop song that was, a pretty good hit single. Yeah, he publicly called the song awful and the most clumsy piece of writing I've ever done. I still feel it's a good song. The Beastie Boys. The reason I bought Licensed to Ill is Fight for Your Right to Party. The video, it was I wasn't really into rap music, but that song was more rock based, and that's why I bought the album, and I love the Beastie Boys. But I guess in the Beastie Boys documentary on Apple TV, the group hated Fight for Your Right to Party. Yeah, they ended up hating the jockish feel of the song, and even admitted it turned the young rap group into exactly what they'd set out to make fun of. I didn't take the song seriously, and it was just a funny song, and it rocked. Now, Brian May did not like Queen's Don't Stop Me Now, because he believed the track celebrated the risky lifestyle that Freddie Mercury was living at the time. But the guitarist eventually came around, describing Don't Stop Me Now as a piece of unfettered joy. Radiohead. The band does not like the song Creep, which was their first hit single, and I think it was the very first song of theirs that I heard. It's a great song. It's not, once again, not one of my favorite Radiohead songs, but back in the day, it was a great song. And Tom York once yelled, the audience was requesting the song. He said, "F off, we're tired of it," after a fan requested Creep at a Montreal show. Liam Gallagher. He does not like the Oasis song Wonderwall. Every time I have to sing it, I want to gag. You go to America and they're like, "Are you Mr. Wonderwall?" Yeah, like I said, I wish these artists wouldn't do this, and I'm spreading it more. Now this one I agree with. Ann Wilson from Heart. All I Want to Do Is Make Love to You. There was a lot of pressure on us to do the song, get more radio hits, of course. She even called the song's message hideous during an interview with Dan Rather. It kind of stood for everything we wanted to get away from, being a really commercial band. Kurt Cobain did not like the Nirvana song Smells Like Teen Spirit. It says here, he worried that his anti-establishment and punk background was being stifled with the track's high chart placement. With that in mind, he spent the rest of his life writing music that was far less polished and inviting than Smells Like Teen Spirit. Elton John. Sorry, I've got a niche here. Elton John does not like Crocodile Rock. Once again, it's not one of, for me, it's not one of Elton John's best songs, but it was a big hit single. Lots of people love it. And he says it became a big hit and people love to sing along with it. So am I to say I'm not going to play it because I play to amuse and entertain people? But I have to say, when the last show is done at the end of the tour, I will never ever sing that song again. Billy Joel does not like, just like me and many others, We Didn't Start the Fire. Although when it first came out, it was different and kind of catchy in a way, but also annoying. It's a terrible piece of music, but it started as a whole different song. The original song I had was this country idea, but when you take the melody by itself, terrible. It's like a dentist drill. And Paul McCartney does not like some of the Beatles songs that he wrote. Tell Me What You See, not awfully memorable. I like the song. It's, once again, not one of the Beatles' best, but it's still, for me, a good song. What You're Doing. McCartney feels What You're Doing is less memorable than many of his other writing credits. Well, that's the way it's going to be when you're writing songs, right? But you don't have to bash them. Every Little Thing. I love that song, and Yes did an incredible cover version of it. McCartney once called Every Little Thing a filler song on Beatles for Sale. Instead of becoming an almighty single, like some of the biggest songs on the record, it failed to stand out in McCartney's eyes. And then, of course, there's John Lennon. Like I said, he was well known for putting down, some of the Beatles songs and even his own songs. So John Lennon, Birthday, it was a piece of garbage. It's Only Love. Once again, kind of a simple song, but I love the song. That's the one song I really hate of mine. Terrible lyric. He does not like Paul's Hello Goodbye. It wasn't a great piece, Lennon said in a 1980 interview with Playboy. Oh, John's bashing a Beatles song written by Paul McCartney. Hello Goodbye. It wasn't a great piece, Lennon said in a 1980 interview with Playboy. 3 minutes of contradictions. The best bit was the end, which we all ad-libbed in the studio, where I played the piano. Mean Mr. Mustard. In his 1980 interview for Playboy, the track was a bit of crap that I wrote in India and described it as a piece of garbage. I'd read somewhere in the newspaper about this mean guy who hid 5-pound notes, not up his nose, but somewhere else. I'm glad he changed the lyrics at least. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And this is quoted from 1980. It wasn't the lyrics that put him off, but the production of the track that he hated. The track is just terrible. I mean, it is a great track, a great song, but it isn't a great track because it wasn't made right. You know what I mean? No, I don't, John. Sorry. And of course, he doesn't like When I'm 64. This iconic track, one of the first songs McCartney wrote when he was just 16, tells the tale of a young man planning to grow old with his lover. Lennon once again aimed a subtle dig at his bandmate by describing his writing as granny music. And when asked who wrote When I'm 64, he replied, Paul's, completely. I would never dream of writing a song like that. And this song, in the 60s when I was young, the song Run for Your Life, I wasn't really paying attention to the lyrics completely. I understand, now about them. But back then, I loved the song. Just, forgetting the lyrics, I loved the song. But John says, Run for Your Life I always hated, you know. I never liked Run for Your Life because it was a song I just knocked off. And Lovely Rita, so 3 songs from Sgt. Pepper. I'm not interested in writing about people like that. I like to write about me because I know me. So if there's, you know, I was, like I said, doing a little research of other artists that kind of bash their own songs. Even in my Sparks Every Song, Every Album book, Russell Mael, he puts down the lyrics that were written by another band member for Moon Over Kentucky, which is considered, for Sparks fans, a great song. But, you know, in that book, he at some point, he was knocking the lyrics, which, you know, I'd rather not know, because it is a great song. And last but not least, before I show a little clip of Metallica, is Ringo's star on Paul McCartney's Ram when it came out. The critics hated it, and his former bandmates joined in, even Ringo stating in Melody Maker that Macca seems to have gone strange. So I don't know if he's changed his mind about that album, but for me it's Paul McCartney's greatest solo album. And the other clip I found was Metallica doing a song from, I think, Ride the Lightning album. And I guess it's a song that James Hetfield hates. But they were performing the whole album live. But even on stage, he's kind of berating the song, and it is kind of funny. But the song itself sounds fine to me. So I'll play you a little clip of that to end this exciting episode. Thank you for watching. Yeah, let me know you know, if you've read of other musicians putting down some of their songs. And do you agree? Do you think that they should not do that, or you think it's good of them to be honest with, you know, what they're recording? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
You having fun today? Yeah, we're having fun right now. So, Ride the Lightning, if you can't tell, we flipped it the other way as well. So do you know what song is next? God, don't say it. Don't say it out loud, please. This is groundbreaking right here. This is historical for those of you who might know what's coming up next, all right? The song that we never wanted to play live ever is now on the set list, all right? We're not afraid. We just hope it is good. And we do our best, all right? You can sing along if you want, all right? That might help.